Well, it is our final installment of In the Circle for the softball season, and Coach Ryan Jacobs from Northern Iowa is joining us. And as always, In the Circle is presented by Rawlings. And Coach, you're sitting in second place right now, but kind of we had a wild weekend here in the state of Iowa with tornadoes and weather and all kinds of things. Number one, did you guys have any kind of damage, and is everybody safe? And then number two, talk about having to move that series, trying to get ahead of the weather inside the dome.
Yeah, we were. Everyone was safe here. All week the build up for all that weather was tremendous. I mean, it started on our way home from the games last weekend, and just it was like, all right, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And so luckily we had the option to come into the dome and be able to play all three games. And I think that's the biggest part of the decision-making process is we're here to play games. So do everything you can do to play games. And grateful and thankful that Coach Kramos has got the same mindset that I do. So we were interested in making a decision as early as possible and not trying to roll the dice and see what happens. And luckily enough, we have the venue to do that. The biggest thing is that when you do something like that, when we do something like that here from a facility standpoint, is being all in with your decision. You can't sit there and try to get two facilities ready all weekend long and then just have that choice right before the game to decide, oh, well, the sun's shining, so let's go outside. It's not supposed to rain for a little while, and then, vice versa. So we made the decision together to just say, let's move it all inside. We're guaranteed to play. And we had a great weekend of getting our three games in. The only real tough part was we didn't play on Friday so that they could travel and get a practice in before, and then our soccer team didn't have to change their practice schedule either. So worked out for everybody here to make that early decision, and it seemed to be the right one. So
Yeah, well, in your respects, it was the right one. I mean, your team came to play against Illinois State. I think if I calculated it right, averaged 10 hits a game over the three-game series, knocking the ball all over the park. I think average or hit at least six home runs in that three-game series. So kind of talk about where the team is at now heading into the last weekend and then looking into the next week with the conference tournament.
well, this weekend was good to see. I was a little leery about coming inside to play. I think a lot of our opponents out there think that we want to push to come inside. But if you look at our track record over the last 3 years in the Dome tournament to open up each season, I think we only won like two games up until this year, and we finally caught some wins early in here this year. But we didn't swing the bats well, and that's one of the things where I was concerned. Because this year we haven't been to where our expectation is from an offensive standpoint. Yes, we've scored enough runs to win games and things like that, but just from our expectation and what we thought we would be and what we know we're capable of being, we haven't been there yet. We've been a slow build, and I was worried that going inside was going to be one of those maybe take us back a notch, but it didn't, and it was good to see from what we saw in February in the Dome and how we competed and played to how we did this weekend. It was a different team, and that's what I wanted to see. Like, it was a different team. We're in a different place mentality wise, skill set wise. We're in a different place, and so it was good to see our team perform that way.
One of the things that you've talked about over the years is getting your team quality at bats, and that's something that you chart and you look at and you evaluate. Just kind of tell us a little bit about what a quality at bat for you is and what you look for in that, and then how do you chart that and put that knowledge into play with your team?
Yeah, from a charting standpoint, we have like 9 ways that you can get a quality at bat, and we just write it down, whatever it was, and if you didn't get one, you just get the old check mark. And For me, though, a lot of times it's not just those 9 ways. There's other factors that go in from my standpoint, and that's what I see visually. Do you look ready? Do you look competitive? Do you look confident? Are you on time with your movements? Are you doing all the things that we talk about? And so for us as hitting coaches, we get to see them do it every day, and we get to see them focus on those individual pieces at moments during the year and say, all right, we're here's our challenge today. Let's see how you attack it. When things are going good, we see these things happening. And when I'm not seeing those happen in a game, then obviously in my mind already, no matter what the result is, I don't know that that's a quality at bat. So I want to see that first. And for some of them, I even talk about, I see it. That's all I can tell you is I see it. When you're up right now, I see it. Whether you strike out or whether you hit a bomb or whatever, I see it. And that's part of the quality at bat portion for me. It's something similar to what I look for when I'm recruiting. Like I want to see it. I want to see that it out of you, that character, that body language, that culmination of like it's you can't even define it because it's different for everybody. But a great example is Darren Lamprick this weekend. I told her last on Thursday we were hitting, and I just said, "I'm seeing it out of you, buddy. The last 2 weeks, I see it. I see you doing things that you've been scared to do for 3 years. Sitting on a changeup and changing your move and doing different things in the box that you haven't been doing. Being on time for pitches that you've never been on time for, and then being able to adjust to a different one. The next pitch has been phenomenal, and it paid off for her. It's been paying off. She had a fantastic week this week, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, just really led our team. And she's in the 9 hole. I even asked her, I said, the way your numbers are trending, buddy, I think you need to come out of the 9 hole, but I know what that might do to you. And she's like, I'm good where I'm at, coach. I'm good where I'm at. So she's going to stay there and be comfortable and just keep doing what she's doing.
Yeah, it's nice to have a hitter like that in that 9 spot that can kind of flip that lineup over. She's done a great job. But, one of the other players that, in my opinion, has had quality at bats her entire career is Alexis Papillo. I mean, she has been just knocking the ball all over, hitting the ball out of the yard. And how have you seen her approach at the plate and just her entire game improve over the course of this season?
Yeah, Lex is so strong and quick. She's different. She's built differently than everybody else. And you know, just like we had a pitcher back in the day, Jamie Fisher, and she was just we called her farm strength because she was just farm strength. She was strong and she was gonna throw it hard. And so she could get away with making mistakes that other people couldn't get away with because of her strength and her ability to throw the ball hard as a pitcher. Lex is kind of the same way as a hitter, where she can technically get beat by a pitcher, but still have success because she's so strong and she's so quick, and she just has those skill sets that other people don't have. And so when they fail the same way she does, it's unsuccessful. Where she can make something happen. I've seen her hit balls off the end of the bat and hit them out of the ballpark. And so technically that wasn't a barrel. She didn't hit it right, but she was so strong and so fast and has the ability to get there. She was able to have a lot of success with something somebody else wouldn't have any success with.
Yeah, she sure has been fun to watch. This weekend, you said goodbye, not really, but did, is senior weekend, 9 seniors on the team. Talk a little bit about this senior class and what they have meant to this program.
Yeah, it's a great mix of the 9 kids that we're losing. Some of them are leftover COVID kids that got their freshman year kind of taken away from them. And they've all used that year tremendously, both on the field and off the field. I mean, just academically, they just took advantage of that unique opportunity and have just helped our program excel in using that year. And then we've got our normal senior kids that are just in their normal 4 years that have just taken the program to another level, been a part of like just unique timing in our program's history, the success that we've been able to have, and they've been an integral part in that, their whole entire 4 years. I don't know that there's another 4 year class that have had as much success on the field and off the field that this group has had. So they're unique in their own way as well. But you know, the COVID seniors, I call them, the COVID seniors, that year that COVID hit, that was a lucky thing for us. Like that was so needed for us at that moment. Our team, everything about us was going in such a bad direction, that reset button hit for us was just like, it was tremendous for our program in so many different ways. And from that moment on, it's just been an upward trajectory. And these kids have been in it the whole time. So it's a great group of kids, and unique in their own ways, and special, and just all set up for success after they graduate, they leave from here.
Yeah, they've all seemed to have contributed in one way or another. But you know, one of them that I don't think she gets talked about a whole lot is Taylor Hogan, a two-sport athlete, which we don't have much of that anymore in college. I mean, they're few and far between. But how has she been able to juggle both the diving schedule and the softball schedule and keep the grades up?
I have no idea. I think I have no idea how she does it. I don't think she knows either. She just is one of those people that has just been brought up very, very well by her parents and her family. They've got a competitive family. It's just what you do. I've got this on my schedule. Okay, I'm going to go be the best I can be at this on my schedule. And what's next? Go to the next thing, go to the next thing, and go to bed and get up and do it again. And I don't think she thought about how tough it was. I know she didn't. It might have grinded her down. I think in her 5 years, one time she asked me to take a practice off because she was just exhausted. And obviously it's like, okay, no problem. I can't believe this didn't happen once a month. But I just talked to her parents the other day, and I just said, I remember her freshman year, and I said to somebody, I said, if you came to watch a practice, and I said, I want you to pick out the kid out there that is the most energetic, the most fun to watch. I guarantee you're going to pick her. Guarantee you're going to pick her. And if I asked you, who's the kid out there that has gone through 2 Division I athletic practices today, tell me who that was, and she would never be in the top. She wouldn't even be one that you even looked at, because she always played with such high energy. There's probably be 5 or 6 or 8 other kids that you'd pick first, and they probably just woke up, rolled out of bed, and showed up to practice. And she had been through a weight workout, a diving practice, and class, and showed up with just bells on, and every day. That's how she was, and that's why she had the success she had. And you know, she's checked so many boxes in her time here, in achievements and awards and just respect in the athletic department, that she would have never even considered being part of her resume when she came in. She just wanted to earn a spot. She just wanted to work hard. She just wanted to compete. She just wanted an opportunity. And in both programs, she has been just a perfect role model of what we want.
Yeah, I'd like her to bottle a little of that energy and share it with me. I need a little boost of energy every now and again. It would be nice to have. I think we all could use it. Heading into the last weekend of the season, which is crazy. It just goes so darn fast. You're in second place right now. Belmont's nipping at your heels. So kind of what's the message going in to this weekend and heading into the conference tournament? Can't afford any slip ups. So how do you approach this weekend?
Well, we always talk about, like, we want to slow build. We want to keep continuing to get better every day, every week throughout the season. We want to be a different team when we start the year than when we finish the year. And I think we've built that point right now. We've done exactly what we want to do. We're in a position. We've put ourselves in a position to do exactly that. It would be just the worst possible thing for us to take our foot off the gas right now. It's not in our DNA as a program. Like if we do that, we're doing a disservice not only to ourselves and the work that we've put in this year, but every kid that's been through the program in the last 17 years, because that's just not what we're about. So we're going to go through this week just like we would any other week. We're going to try to get better. We're going to try to move forward. We're going to respect the game. We're going to respect our opponents. We're going to respect just how we approach our daily life on and off the field. And if we don't finish through the line strong, then we're going against everything we believe in our program. So that's the message. But that's a message all the time. That's not just a specific to this week. I think this week it's a reminder, but it's never something that's not something that's different than what we try to do every day.
Well, I can't believe that we're at the end of the season already, and the conference tournament's just around the corner. So, Coach, thanks for joining us today, and look forward to seeing you in Bloomington Normal here in about 10 days or so.
Thanks, Laura. Appreciate it. Have a good day.